All right, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the grafting I've been doing to my orchard, trying to get some multiple varieties on trees. This is my first time doing this. I've done a lot of research over the last year or so. Have some bench grafting, some grafting onto existing trees that I have. And I'm just going to take a video going through updates week by week, and maybe some good things I do and some bad things I do. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so just gonna show you guys a little bit about, some of the bench grafting that I did here. So in this bucket, has some sawdust, some damp sawdust, and they've been chilling in here for probably going on 3 weeks. So they're getting ready to get potted or get put out in the flower bed or the raised bed that I have outside. So when I got these rootstocks, I ordered them from Cummins Nursery. They came about a month before I wanted to graft them, so I kept them in a fridge, and the temperature in the fridge wasn't consistent. I did have a thermometer in there, but the bottom tended to kind of got frozen a couple times, and it looks like the Mahalab took a hit, along with some of the pear rootstocks. So the OFH83, I have none of those have broken bud yet. Everything else has. And then some of the Mahalab are struggling to come out of dormancy. So some of them died. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, so this one right here, grafted up top, no signs of growth. There's no signs of growth until, kind of like the very bottom down here. So I don't know if I got a lot of dieback up here, but I'll probably pot this at some point and then just see, if we get growth here, nothing on top. We'll cut it off and then maybe bud graft it in the fall. The plums did really well. So I've got a couple here that are just breaking bud in the top. One back there. We got a couple that are already potted, and then about 15 that are outside that are already potted, and all those are doing well. These are the Mahalab. These are the cherry. Again, they're not, I don't see any growth on the top, but I do see some down towards the bottom. So that could be from the temperature problem. But so I'm located in south central Pennsylvania in zone 7. We get down to 0 occasionally in the winters, not often. Our summers are pretty hot and dry in July. So everything I do here, I'm just gonna document it and just see, what works, what doesn't, and hopefully I can get better. One thing I've already noticed is if I'm bench grafting and keeping these indoors, I can use just regular rubber bands like this. But what you'll see in a second when I go over some of the grafts I have outside, you'll see it on the pear tree. It takes maybe a week of sunlight and these things wither away and fall apart. So for bench grafting, keeping them good until you get them outside, that's fine, but gonna need to use something else other than rubber bands because they're not working. All right, so this is my gold rush tree. Got a graft out here on the end. Looks like that's Fuji. I've got another one on the other side here that I grafted about a week ago. Doesn't seem to be showing any signs of growth. That's a Williams Pride. And then, so that's it for that tree. Over here is my Crimson Crisp. Looks like I've got a Honey Crisp on here. Over on the other side, I have a Wine Sap. I've actually got that one grafted in 2 spots on another tree then. And then also a Cinnamon Spice in that corner. I believe this one over here with the green tag is a Cherry Crush, which is a red fleshed variety. Coming over here to the other side, we have a pear tree. I believe this is my Shenandoah. And so that looks like a Bosque pear. And then this is a Bartlett here on this side. Behind me, to my right, actually this here, what is this? This is Enterprise tree. Looks like Gala there. That one was grafted yesterday. Put an Arkansas black at the top. Hopefully that takes and I can get some scaffolds up there. Then this one over here, I think is another wine sap. Yeah, so this one's a wine sap. Then down to the next row in the corner here is my Santa Rosa plum tree, and I grafted Nadia to one of them. That was just planted this spring, so that's a fresh new tree. There I just passed, it's a pluary tree, I believe. This is a nectarine tree, and I grafted on Spice Z Nectaplum on that one. It's a little cold for peaches and nectarines, but I thought I'd give that one a shot. This is Candy Heart Pluary. That tree was a Flavor Punch Pluary. And then this one over here is a Flavor King grafted onto, I think that's Flavor Grenade, I think, is the tree. Going back over here towards the pears is my other pear tree. This is a Harrow Crisp tree. And on there I've grafted an Asian pear. And if you look closely here, it's breaking out of bud. That was grafted about a week ago, but the rubber bands here are in pretty bad shape already. So the weather's got to them. So I'm gonna have a problem coming up here. Within a week, I'm gonna have to go back and replace some of these bands with something else. This tree back here is a Ruby Rush, I believe. And so I have Pink Lemonade on there, and then also another Honey Crisp, and hopefully we can get one of those two to take. Those three in the back corner, those are my neighbor's trees. I planted for them, I kind of take care of them, but here's kind of what I have. I've got 15 trees here. I'm not gonna graft the peaches or the cherries till probably another 3 weeks into May. So that's what I did. Today's April 19th, so the 18th and 19th I grafted all those. We're gonna see and come back about a week or two. Here's what I use. Just order this on Amazon. It's a little knife, just a single bevel. Does the trick. Kind of gets dull pretty quick, so it needs sharpened again after today and yesterday. Just use Corona bypass pruners and obviously a Sharpie to label. And then here are my rubber bands that I use, just regular rubber bands. So I'm gonna need some that hold up in the weather. But yeah, I got aluminum foil here to cover up because it's gonna be pretty hot the next 2 days to kind of protect them from sun exposure. There's a dog just chilling out. Thanks for watching. So here is my kind of nursery stuff. You see some Lavelle rootstocks in the back there that aren't grafted. They're gonna grow until it gets warmer out. And a lot of these are plums on semi-dwarf. And yeah, there's my daughter just soaking me with the water gun. So there was some plum trees in that last video that I am grafting Adara to. Adara is a plum, I'm grafting it to plum rootstock. But the purpose of using Adara is that it has good compatibility with other stone fruits and plums and cherries. So I'm gonna use it as an interstem and try to make some multi-grafted fruit trees. So we will see how that works out in the future.